Some Edinburg students were shocked to find out that the organization that funded their education for the last 5 years won't be doing that this semester. All of this unfolding tonight at an Edinburg City meeting. Channel 5's Carolina Cruz was at that meeting. She joins us now in our studio with more. Carolina.
Edinburg City Council denied funding tonight for the Mercedes-based organization called Valley Initiative for Development and Advancement, or V.I.D.A. They help Valley residents who are unemployed or underemployed climb out of poverty. 55 Edinburg higher education students were left questioning what happened tonight after the Edinburg City Council voted to deny funding for an organization called V.I.D.A. This nonprofit organization received funding for the last 5 years. This money helped further their education. Board director for V.I.D.A, Priscilla Alvarez, says she's unsure what the organization will do next for those Edinburg students.
Well, we're not sure. Obviously, they voted to rescind our funding. When we were here in September and prior years, they've always approved our funding and have been huge supporters of the work that we do.
In September, the City Council voted to approve a budget for 2017. Within that budget was funding for V.I.D.A. In December, voting solely to approve the budget for V.I.D.A was denied. The votes came to a tie, 2 for and 2 against. The mayor abstained from voting. His wife is the executive director for the organization. Councilmember Richard Molina says residents have expressed concern for a conflict of interest the city has with this organization.
They're afraid to address those opinions, and I don't want the meeting to become unprofessional. I don't want it to become about that. However, that's what everybody's saying and why they've received so much funding over the past several years.
Molina says he's willing to work with the board if they consider other nonprofits which have been turned down for funding. He says he wants to disperse funds evenly. One Edinburg resident says the decision tonight will affect her negatively.
Honestly, I don't know. I want to be able to pay for childcare for my kids, and I would probably have to drop out of school, honestly.
V.I.D.A, like the other 54 students, now have to wait for another session to see if funding will be brought back on the agenda. It wasn't until last year that the council had to vote on funding given to this nonprofit. V.I.D.A was expected to receive a little under $200,000. Tonight, they left with zero financial support from the city of Edinburg. In the studio, Carolina Cruz, Channel 5 News at 10:30.